The Steam Deck is an amazing piece of tech, but nothing is ever perfect. There's always room for improvement. The problem is, though, Valve's recent Steam Deck software updates have been aimed at unifying the Steam ecosystem across desktop, mobile, and Steam Deck. And that's great, don't get me wrong, but I want innovation, and I want it now. Enter Decky Loader, the plugin loader and management system made by the community. In this video, we're going to cover installation of Decky Loader, how to add new plugins, and then we're going to talk about a few of my favorite plugins. So let's get started. First up, let's talk about installation. The first thing you want to do is switch to desktop mode. To do this, open the power menu and select switch to desktop. Once you're at your desktop, if you haven't already set your password for the operating system, do so now by opening a console window, spelled with a K, and then type the command passwd and hit enter. If you've already done this, go ahead and skip to the next step. Now, here you'll be prompted to set a new password. Note that you're not going to see anything as you type. This is normal behavior. Go ahead and hit enter, and then you'll have to confirm your password one more time. If you don't have a keyboard connected, you can use Steam plus X to invoke the virtual keyboard on desktop, but this will only work if you have Steam running in the background. Okay, next up, launch your web browser and head to Decky Loader's website, deckbrew.xyz. Click the download button. Open your file manager. Here it's going to be called Dolphin, and then navigate to your downloads directory. Right-click on Decky_installer.desktop, select Properties, select the Permissions tab, and then check the Is Executable checkbox. Close this window, and now double-click on Decky_loader.desktop, and then type in your password when prompted. Choose Release, and then click OK. Once this is all done, go ahead and close everything, open your Start menu, and then click Shutdown, and then choose Logout. Okay, now we're back in game mode. Hit the Quick Access button, and then scroll down to the new tab that looks like a North American power plug. Choose the shop icon in the top right. You can now scroll through the available plugins. As of the time of writing, there are 46 plugins that you can choose from. Now, keep in mind that these plugins are made by the community. And while I haven't had any issues with the plugins I'm going to share with you here, just know that they may not be perfectly stable. Now, before we get into my recommendations, I want to show you two more things. In the Decky Loader Quick Access menu, hit the gear icon and go to the Plugins tab. And then you can either use the Update All Plugins button or individually update plugins by using their corresponding button. You can also update Decky Loader itself by using the Check for Updates button in the General tab. So now I've got 7 absolutely incredible plugins to share with you, and make sure that you watch through the end of the video to see the coolest ones. And don't forget to leave a comment below if I missed your favorite. And while you're down there, why not like that smash button? It's the best way to tell YouTube that you want to see more videos just like this. You can also subscribe to keep up to date with all the fun stuff that we're doing here on the channel. Now, I want to give a special shout out to Sheldon Halcomb, one of my top tier Singularity members on Patreon. It's because of Sheldon and the 74 other members that I'm able to continue doing what I'm doing here. If you believe in the work that I'm doing and you want to get your name listed here, you can use the links below to Patreon to get started. It's all greatly appreciated. Okay, one of my favorite plugins is ProtonDB Badges. Now, this plugin does exactly what it says it does. It adds a ProtonDB badge for every game in your library. This badge is pretty useful too, as you can select it and it will then take you to the game's ProtonDB entry. This means that if you find a game that has an unsupported Steam Deck verified rating, but it has a bronze or gold ProtonDB rating, you can use the badge to go directly to the ProtonDB page to find troubleshooting information from the community and play your favorite titles, even if they're listed as unsupported. ProtonDB is an invaluable resource that provides an enormous amount of information to get a game to work. It's indispensable. I love it, and this plugin makes it even easier to use. Next up, Decky Recorder. Now, this is a plugin that allows you to capture a video recording of your screen. In fact, I'm using it to do this video right now. It's a feature that the Steam Deck is fully capable of, but it's missing a UI element for. And I couldn't be happier to have this simple plugin to implement the user interface for it. Now, you can manually start recording from the plugin menu, or you can enable a rolling 30-second buffer that can be saved as discrete files by pressing the Steam and Start button combo. Pretty awesome, if you ask me. Okay, next up, if you have a ton of Flatpaks installed from the Discover store, like I do, you might just find Autoflatpak to be a huge time saver. This tool checks for new updates for your installed Flatpaks and allows you to update them directly from game mode. You can also have it automatically check for updates whenever the deck starts, at a fixed interval, and more. It's simple, straightforward, and it does its job very well. Next, we have Decky Cloud Save. If you have a game that doesn't support Steam Cloud Saves, and who doesn't at this point, then Decky Cloud Save is going to be a lifesaver. Simply install Decky Cloud Save, set up which files and folders you want to have backed up automatically, configure your preferred cloud provider, and then play your game like normal. Decky Cloud Save will then automatically upload your save games to your cloud. I do have one big complaint, and it's the fact that this plugin requires you to manually configure every game that you want it to upload. For example, I've got Burnout Paradise the Ultimate box here. To add my saves and my game configuration files, I had to point Decky Cloud Save to them. Now, if you have a game that you don't know where your save games are installed to, look no further than the PC Gaming Wiki. For most games, it should tell you exactly where your save games are going to be located. Now, if your games are running under Proton, you'll want to use the Steam Play Linux location, and then from there navigate to the Windows location. I wish that this plugin scraped data from the PC Gaming Wiki to at least automatically locate save data and then suggest a location based on the current game you're playing or the one you're viewing in your library, but that doesn't happen here, so it can be a little annoying to get this set up. But after it is set up, it's just set it and forget it. And the last little quibble I have here is that setting up Nextcloud or Google Drive is actually a little more involved than something like Dropbox or OneDrive. Now, I've already talked about MangoPeel on the channel before, but I love this plugin, so I'm going to talk about it again. MangoPeel gives you the ability to modify what the performance overlay looks like and what info is being shown to you. Now, this is great if you want to show more or less data on each individual overlay mode, and there's so much customization here that you can do with this plugin. It's almost to the point where it's a bit overwhelming. I feel like MangoPeel would really benefit from being broken out into its own full screen menu with categories like the next two plugins have. That would be great to see. And speaking of, game theme music. Now, this plugin will automatically play the theme music for whatever game that you're viewing in your library. You can override any specific themes you'd like with whatever by opening the options menu on a specific game and choosing Change Theme Music. Not only can you choose a different song to play from the Change Theme Music tab, but you can also adjust the playback volume for a specific track being played in the Game Settings tab. Occasionally, you'll get weird defaults like Burnout Paradise playing some random live stream, but you can just change that to whatever you want, and Bob's your uncle. And lastly, but certainly not least, we have my absolute favorite plugin, SteamGridDB. Now, this is a plugin that allows you to customize a game's library art directly through the game mode interface. Once you have SteamGridDB installed, find a game in your Steam library and hit Start. Choose the Change Artwork option. And if it doesn't appear there, close the menu and reopen it and it should be there. Along the top, you'll see tabs for each type of artwork. Pick your preferred artwork for each category and you should see the changes immediately in your Steam library. Do note that updating the icon option for non-Steam games will typically prompt you to restart Steam, but you don't need to do that immediately. It will change the next time you restart Steam. Now keep in mind, this not only works with non-Steam games in your library, but also with any Steam game. It doesn't matter if the game is missing capsule art like Splinter Cell here, or if you just don't like how the game's capsule art looks. Changing them to your heart's content is easy with this plugin. You can even update art for games you don't have installed. It's pretty nifty. So there you have it, 7 awesome plugins that you can integrate into your Steam Deck experience today. What do you think about any of the plugins that I've covered in this video? Did I miss any? Leave me a comment and let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I want to shout out my friends on Patreon, my YouTube members, and our ViewSync Premium members who make what we do here a reality. If you believe in the work that I'm doing, you can use the links below to show your support. It's all greatly appreciated. That's going to do it for now, though. Thank you so much for spending your time with me here today, and I'll see you guys in the next one.